We can't wait for you to meet Leslie Mouton. She is an anchor at our ABC affiliate, KSAT, in San Antonio. She has had breast cancer. She had a lumpectomy, underwent 4 rounds of chemotherapy. With her, her husband, Tony Maddox, and their daughter, Nicole, whom we hear over there. Hi.
Can you wave?
Hi, it's so good to have you here, Nicole.
Can you say good morning, America?
No, some mornings I can't say it either, you know? I know how that feels. But we want to tell you what happened last Friday, because it was truly extraordinary. You can take a look right now at Leslie, because last Friday, to show solidarity with other women fighting breast cancer, she decided to make a bold choice on her 6 o'clock newscast. And here is what happened.
And we want to prepare you. She has taken off her wig and will join us for the rest of this newscast without her hair. It's her tribute to all cancer survivors, but it's also a pretty brave thing to do.
Thank you, Steve. I don't think it's really brave. I really look at it as something that's necessary, because you see me up here night after night without my wig on, looking healthy and happy. But this is my reality. I'm bald.
And you look so beautiful.
I have a pretty nice head, don't you?
You do. You look fantastic.
I'm blessed.
Trying to imagine the moment you walk into your boss, and we know this industry, and say, I'm going to do this. Did people say, go ahead? Did people say, think of your career?
I think it took him off guard at first. He sat there and he looked at me. You want to do what? He didn't say no immediately. He didn't do what, you know, just kind of shocked. And then he thought about it for a second and he said, if that's what you want to do, we'll support you. Throughout the whole thing, they've been so supportive. As much as I want to do or as little as I want to do. It's been up to me.
Tony, you were for it?
Absolutely. I was completely 100% for it, and then, like, I shaved mine with her, so just trying to say that, hey, this is not a big deal for me, and it shouldn't be for you either, and we love you just the way you are. So.
I think we have some footage of you, Tony, and a friend, at least one friend, deciding not only to cut their hair, but also to shave their hair.
Absolutely.
To be standing there in lockstep with you. So, Leslie, you said that one of the reasons you wanted to do this is because, for some reason, losing your hair can become the most painful part of it.
It was the most emotional part of the whole thing. I didn't cry when I found out I had cancer. I didn't cry when I went through surgery. But when my oncologist said, Leslie, you're going to lose your hair, you need to just accept it, I cried. Because I thought a lot of my identity was wrapped up in my hair. And a lot of women do, and that's what I found out through this whole experience. We spend so much time and so much money on coloring it, cutting it, fixing it. And when it's a good hair day, we feel beautiful. When it's a bad hair day, we feel bad. And so a lot of our identity, we think, is wrapped up in our hair. So it was a very emotional part.
And you said one of the things you discovered, that your identity is Tony and Nicole.
Oh, it's unbelievable. You know, what I found out through this, when I shaved it all off, I cried when we were shaving it. I looked in the mirror and said, big deal. And what I've learned through all this is my hair is nothing. It's no big deal when I lost my hair. She's what's important to me, my faith's what's important to me, and Tony's what's important to me. And the support has been unbelievable.
Well, I want to talk about the support from your fellow correspondents and anchors, because I gather through the assistance of computers, they all decided to show everyone what it would be like if they went on the air.
Oh, it's hysterical.
Too. So we'll be rolling that. Tell us what happened here.
Okay, this is Greg Mattson, our sports anchor. That's what he would look like without hair. Our weather guy, Steve Brown, is the one who did this through his computer. This is Steve Spriester. He is my co-anchor at 6 p.m., and you're about to see him without hair. We think he looks like Telly Savalas. Give the guy a lollipop. And then we have the guy who masterminded the entire thing, Steve Brown, and he is our weather anchor. And we think he looks like Uncle Fester. Take a look. Some people say Don Rickles. What do you think?
Oh, wow.
But wasn't that a great gesture? And it was to help ease the tension for the public and to let everybody know they're okay with it, just like I'm okay with it.
And what about the public reaction?
Unbelievable. I had kind of prepared myself to get a few phone calls of people saying, get Baldy off the air, or oh my gosh, but nobody did. Every single comment was positive, and it inspired me. It was just wonderful.
I know, because I read in the note here that you have a prayer that you say every night with Nicole.
Well, I have a saying that I think, kind of epitomizes my look at life now. And it is, yesterday is over, tomorrow is unknown, today is the present. So I say today is a gift because it is the present. Present gift. And so I look at today now as if it's a gift, and I will never again look for tomorrow and look back at yesterday's mistakes. I'm going to treasure every moment of my life. And that's one thing that cancer has taught me. It's taught me about myself. I have discovered that I am a much stronger person than I ever thought I could be. And I want to make sure women understand. I caught this on a self-exam. It's not time for mammograms for me yet. Now it is, of course, because I have breast cancer. But if I wouldn't have been doing my self-exam, I wouldn't have caught it. So I want women to know, even though you're young, you need to do your self-exams, and you'll know, you will so know when you find something.
Now you have on a wig, and you wear it when you go out in public now? What do you
No,
do?
only on the air. I keep it on a mannequin in my locker at work, and like I said, once I shaved it off, I realized it was no big deal. The whole anticipation of losing my hair was much worse than the reality. I walk around bald all the time. Tony was bald up until my last chemo, and then his hair started growing back, and hopefully mine will soon. A couple of weeks, I'm hoping. But, you know, it's just okay with me. I'll put a baseball hat on when it's really cold outside. I walk around the newsroom. They all know me, bald, no eyelashes, no eyebrows. Just, everybody's just been very accepting of it.
And I know you said you won't do it again because you don't want to take attention away from the news.
Exactly.
But what you did was fantastic.
Thank you
we
so
love
much.
you so much for
Thank
doing
you.
it. I know the prognosis is good, and
Thank you, Steve. I don't think it's really brave. I
we'll
really
just be
look at
praying
it.
for you all the time.
Thank you, Diane, very much.
And we'll be right back. Now, Nicole,